What's up, guys? So if you don't know, my name is Josh. I'm sponsor writer for Karma Skate Shop, and on this channel I do a thing called Setup Series. Essentially what that is where I find a sport, research it a little bit, try it out. That could be different sport or same sport, totally different setup. But today we are getting set up with freestyle skateboarding. But more into me trying that out later. Right now, let's figure out what freestyle skateboarding even is. So let's get started. Google says that freestyle skateboarding is also known as flatland skateboarding. It is one of the oldest styles of skateboarding popularized by two of the best skateboarders in freestyle, Rodney Mullen and Russ Howell. This form of skateboarding mostly features technical flat ground tricks. So, what does freestyle skateboarding mean? I think this is the same article, but description. The emphasis in freestyle is technical flat ground skateboarding. Often a freestyle will need a little more than a board and a smooth flat surface. Music and choreography have always been an essential part of professional freestyle routine. Ooh, who is the best freestyle skateboarder? Let's see. Hopefully I pronounced this right, but it says Isamu Yamamoto is a 17-year-old and has been one of the world's best freestyle skateboarders for years. He won his first world championship in 2014 at the age of 11. Alright, who invented freestyle skateboarding? You know, I've seen a video on YouTube about that, so I guess there's some speculation, but Google says he is widely considered the most influential street skater in history of the sport, being credited for inventing numerous tricks, including the flat ground ollie, kickflip, heel flip, impossible, and 360 flip. The man, the myth, the legend. Ready. He was born in the United States and does the sport of skateboarding, and he turned pro in 1980. Okay. How did freestyle skateboarding get on my radar? So I already knew about freestyle skateboarding since like the early days of playing Tony Hawk Pro Skateboarder and using Rodney Mullen as a character. But since then, I had stopped paying attention to it for a really long time. And I guess it's like a tight niche community. So I've also seen freestyle skateboarding come up in popularity as Andy Anderson has started using some of those tricks in his lines, and it seems that the judges just don't know how to score those at all, and neither do I, but that's what it seemed, that's what I've heard. So I looked up some videos on tricks and such for learning freestyle and what type of board you should use and etc. And here's what I got. Okay, so for how the board should be set up for freestyle, a norm that I had seen as I was researching the boards is that sometimes they're double kick and sometimes they're single kick with a long flat nose. I believe the long flat nose would be better for Pogos, and I think that's the point for those, as well as nose and tail like skid plates, which essentially means you're going to be sliding and beefing up the nose and tail a lot, so it keeps them from getting razor tail. And if you get razor tail, then you're more likely to crack that kick tail, which means you've lost your board in a very quick period of time. The board is also substantially smaller, which allows it to rotate quicker, which is good considering you're doing flat ground, so you're not jumping off ramps to give you more height. You're on the flat, so you kind of need that quick rotation. So that's the point. I've also seen that the trucks tend to be a little more narrow, which I believe the purpose is they're using wheels that are offset. What I've seen, they're using wheels that are offset. So I believe it's called a coconut. You'll correct me if I'm wrong, but essentially they are taking a board and they're riding it on the side of the wheels, which could scratch up your axles. So the axle nut and make it really hard to put the wheels back on. and even tighten that bolt. So if you use an offset wheel, it keeps it from scratching that surface. Also, if you're doing rail stands, I believe it makes it a little bit easier to stand on that surface. So that's the purpose, but they're using offset wheels, and offset wheels tend to be a little wider, so you take up more space, so more narrow here. Also, the bushings tend to be incredibly hard, or just really tight trucks, which basically allows the board to tip over into like a rail stand rather than turning when you lean on it, which is quite necessary. Let's see. I think that's it, but I've also seen a couple people put grip tape like in the front, and I got that from a video that Mike Osterman posted. Essentially, he was doing that because he grabs the board to flip it or rotate it, and it helps if you have a little bit more traction on the tip of the board. So that made sense, and I thought that was pretty cool. But that's it as far as the setup goes. Now let's tell you about how I set mine up. Okay, so this is the board that I used, and I did this specifically because I didn't buy another one. But after trying it out, I will definitely say that I get why they use a freestyle board. But more on that later. This is the setup. So the trucks are just random trucks that I took off like a complete that I was given. I believe they came off a Power Peralta board, and it says GD, which I believe is Golden Dragon. The trucks are tightened down substantially as much as I could, and you can tell that because the axle is coming out the top right there. As far as the wheels go, I have seismic boosters, which I believe is more like a bull skating wheel, but it is offset, and I thought that was pretty cool. I was going to use the wheel for tech sliding, and that's why I got it, but I think it looks dope. And then I have some spacers that I took off a set of bear trucks on a Land Yachts Complete board, and that is going to be keeping the board up a little bit higher so that I don't get wheel bite. And the deck is actually a John Hill 8125 deck. Now, as far as like the width of the other skateboards that I saw on the freestyle setups, they were all like 7 and smaller or around that range. So this is, in my world of skateboarding, by no means a small deck, but when it comes to the freestyle world, this is quite big, which I found out. So that's pretty cool, but now you know the setup, and let's watch me and my buddy Matt give it a shot. So the first trick is called a rail stand. So I'm gonna try and give it a shot, and then I'm gonna make Matt do it as well. Oh God. These trucks are super tight. So I guess it's stop, you do that, and then you turn the board this way, and then stand. I fully feel like I'm gonna die today. Yeah, your turn. I don't think that was it, man. Nope. Okay, so the blue bolt is the front. Yes, that was it. You hustled me. Okay, so next up is supposed to be a finger flip, which I've not done, so we'll give it a shot. Oh, Matt. Go, Matt. Go. You want to go first? So I kind of understand why they have like tail and nose guards on these boards now. Whoa! I don't think we should count that, guys. Let's make him do it again. I like this filming thing. There's no pressure. Got me, yay! Ah! Okay, what do you think? What do you think? Should we count it? Ah! I will count it. I caught it!
No, your foot was off. that was close. We aren't giving it to ya. Should we give him that one?
Here? Right here.
He has him like he's doing an ollie.
I don't remember that.
I bet you $5.
Aha! I was right.
Yeah, even your heels landed. You got close. Get a C.
All right, so the next one is the old school kickflip, which I feel like I'm gonna get some revenge on. That's going first. Oh! Buddy, you're doing the harder thing.
See how my advice helped?
So the next one is called the walk the dog, which to me looks like a bunch of fakie shots. And go. Yeah, I think that's it.
I think that's a win.
Okay.
That's not what he did. You're cheating. You gotta step into it. No. No. You gotta step into it. You're starting that way. Have your foot back in step. There you go. That's what he was doing. Oh yeah, no, it's for beginners.
Alright.
First attempt.
I think I got it better. Not first attempt.
You look like a child walking for the first time.
Alright, so the last one is a pogo. Getting into it, one thing. Getting out of it is another. So let's see. Alright, man. Ah. Oh. I think here on the nose it might be easier on the tail. My tail is flatter. Again on the nose. Dude.
I consider that a win.
Okay.
Amateur or sponsor? Are you taking an L? It's been 3 minutes.
No, I don't think I can do that.
So I did something Josh couldn't do. If you gotta move the board.
Oh my god. Okay, so now that you see us fail miserably, primarily me, I would definitely like to give freestyle skateboarding a shot. But I do see that there are harder things to do it on. I don't doubt that it's totally possible on this setup, but for me, probably not. So I would like to eventually get a setup that is ideal for freestyle, flatline technical tricks. I think that would be super dope, and then put a lot of effort into learning it. I just like to try sports and then get pretty good at them, and that's really it. I grew up watching things like Rocket Power, which, if you don't know, was a bunch of kids and they just did sports, and they just tried all the different sports. They did skateboarding, BMX, rollerblading, all the things, snowboarding. I like that. So I think it's awesome. That's what I want to try. And as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.